Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to the 7 levels of WWE villains. This one sparked my interest. I know last time we did 7 levels WWE, it was some AI slop. I'm hoping this ain't AI slop. We finna get right into this and watch this. Hopefully, there's some good shit. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
Over the years, WWE has given us some of the biggest heroes in fiction, like John Cena and Hulk Hogan. However, a hero's victory is only appealing when he has a mental...
All my niggas say, fuck Hulk Hogan. You already know what time it is. You already know what time it is. Fuck Hulk Hogan. Fuck Hulk Hogan. We already starting off this video bad.
We want the gold, sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
I should point out for the record,
menacing villain standing in his way. Be it Cena overcoming Orton's evil tactics or Austin rebelling against Vince's corporate power, villains are the driving force of every wrestling story.
Absolutely.
But not all villains are created equal. Some are mild problems you barely remember, while others are pure evil incarnate who haunt your nightmares. These are the 7 levels of WWE villains, starting with level 1. The mild annoyance is more comic relief than a genuine threat. These are low-tier heels with comedy gimmicks who might get some boos, but nobody actually takes them seriously. Santino Marella, as a heel who'd cheat and talk trash with his thick Italian accent, embodied this level perfectly. The crowd would boo him out of obligation, but you could tell nobody saw him as a threat. Fandango danced his way into this category with his catchy theme and salsa skills, but the character was so silly that eventually the crowd started singing his theme song, and WWE had to turn him face. James Ellsworth as the Chinless Wonder was supposed to be pathetic, and he leaned into it hard. When he turned heel and aligned with Carmella, he became the wrestling equivalent of an annoying mosquito. You wanted to swat him away, but he wasn't worth getting angry about. These mild annoyances serve a purpose in the roster. They give babyfaces easy wins, provide comic relief, and occasionally stumble into meaningful storylines before they slide back down the card. However, WWE has always known that one type of heel heat is virtually guaranteed, and it requires zero effort to generate. The Foreign Invader is wrestling's laziest but most reliable heel formula. Take a wrestler from another country, have them cut promos about how their homeland is superior to America.
RP Iron Sheik. RP Iron Sheik. And once again, fucking a Hulk Hogan. RP Iron Sheik. That nigga just stay on Hulk Hogan ass. Fucking a Hulk Hogan.
We want the gold, sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
I should point out for the record,
fucking a Hulk Hogan.
And watch the boos roll in. It's cheap heat, but it's effective. And WWE has been running this playbook for decades. Rusev arrived in WWE as the Bulgarian Brute, accompanied by Lana, who would disrespect the fans while Rusev crushed his opponents and waved the Russian flag. The character worked because Rusev was legitimately intimidating in the ring, but eventually John Cena beat him at WrestleMania, and Rusev never quite regained that momentum.
Shit, he ain't got that momentum right now. Shit. He ain't even got that momentum right now. I would hope that they would move him to SmackDown and put him in the fucking United States, goddamn, on the United States card. Because he would definitely, I would love to see him as United States champion again, because he ain't getting that Intercontinental Championship.
Jinder Mahal's 2017 title run was the Foreign Invader formula on steroids. WWE needed to...
Man, that wasn't no goddamn man, that wasn't shit. That was a goddamn business exchange. That was a goddamn business exchange. We all know what that was. That was a fucking business exchange. That was a business move to make Jinder Mahal champion. The modern day Maharaja. They made that. Hell no, fuck out of here.
expand into the Indian market. So they took a jobber who'd been losing for years, gave him the title, and had him cut the same generic foreign heel promos every single week. The crowd hated him, but not because he was a compelling villain. They hated him because the booking was transparent and predictable. The foreign invader gimmick works as instant heat, but it's a dead end for most wrestlers. The babyface always wins the feud, and most foreign heels lack the mic skills to evolve beyond the basic formula. So they stay trapped in the mid-card, losing to babyfaces until the crowd gets bored and moves on. But the rare few who can actually talk, they graduate to the next level where the real villain work begins. The trash talker is where heels start becoming genuinely entertaining. These are the villains with elite promo skills who can talk circles around their opponents, cut promos that get under people's skin, and generate heat through words rather than cheap jabs. But here's the catch. They're usually cowards in the ring. They talk a massive game, but when it's time to back it up, they run, they cheat, or they get exposed. Chris Jericho's suit era was the masterclass in this.
Nah, bro. Chris Jericho is levels up. Levels up. Just that 2008, 2009 heel run alone, Chris Jericho moves up at least level 5. At bare minimum level 5. He is not a level 3. Chris Jericho's a level 5. After that 2008 and 2009 heel run, bro.
Jericho would come out in expensive suits, a neat haircut, and an arrogant smirk that made you want to punch him through the screen. He'd cut promos calling himself the best in the world at everything he did. He'd insult the crowd's intelligence, and he'd mock his opponents with a condescending tone. But then the match would start, and Jericho would immediately resort to eye pokes, low blows, and running away. The contrast between his confident words and cowardly actions made him the perfect heel you desperately wanted to see get beat down. The Miz has built an entire career at this level. He will cut a promo that destroys his...
Yeah, anybody belong at level 3 is the Miz, hands down.
His opponent verbally, breaking down their weaknesses, mocking their failures, and positioning himself as superior in every way. But then, the match happens, and Miz resorts to every shortcut imaginable. He knows he's not the most athletic or the strongest, so he compensates with cunning and cheap tactics. And when he finally gets caught and takes a beating, it feels earned and satisfying. Shawn Michaels, in the 1990s, pioneered this archetype as the Heartbreak Kid. He'd strut to the ring.
I don't agree with this one either, because Shawn Michaels was a real-life heel. Shawn Michaels was a real life heel, bro. Hell no, that nigga was on some other shit. That nigga was fucking nigga girls while they was in the ring having matches and shit on television, thinking that they girl in the back watching them. Meanwhile, they get dicked down by Shawn Michaels while all his homies sitting at the door while looking at the video talking about, so the match is over. The match is over. Hey, the match is over. Hey, Shawn, the match is over, man. You got to wrap it up, man. Like, we're already wrapped up. Thanks for the good time, babe. I'm telling you, bro. Shawn Michaels was a real life heel, bro. Hell no. The 90s Shawn Michaels, the 2000 Shawn Michaels, no. But the 90s Shawn Michaels, oh my god, that nigga was a real life heel. Hell no. He got to be level 5 too, bro. Hell no. That nigga was back here fucking niggas, bitches and shit while they was in the ring having matches, bro.
Flex in front of the camera and cut promos about how he was the most talented wrestler alive. But then he'd spend the entire match cheating and complaining to the referee. Michaels would use underhanded means and hide behind Diesel or DX whenever things got difficult. The combination of his arrogance and cowardice made fans absolutely despise him, which is exactly what made him so effective. Most trash talkers hit a ceiling at this level. They cut great promos, they have memorable feuds, but eventually the babyface beats them down and they slide back down the card. However, some trash talkers find a shortcut to get to the next level. They align themselves with power, and that's when they evolve into something far more dangerous. The Authority's pet is the heel who doesn't just cheat to win. They have the entire corporate structure ensuring their success. These are the chosen ones, the hand-picked champions who get every advantage because management wants them on top. Seth Rollins as the Authority's chosen champion was the perfect embodiment of this level. After betraying the Shield and aligning with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, Rollins became the corporate sellout who would do anything to keep his spot. He'd lose matches but keep his title through disqualifications and countouts. Rollins would stand in the ring flanked by Triple H and an army of security guards holding the WWE Championship not because he was the best, but because the machine wouldn't let him fail. The Rock as the corporate champion in 1998 took this concept and ran with it. After aligning with Vince McMahon and the corporation,
Rock is probably like a level 5 as well. Rock is a level 5 as well. That Hollywood Rock, it did, Not to mention the final boss. We ain't even talking about the final boss gimmick. The final boss gimmick and Hollywood Rock. Oh my God. Two of the best heel runs I think he ever had. Hands down. So nah, this is like a level 5, level 6 with The Rock, bro. He understands wrestling, bro. He understands it.
Rocky transformed into the arrogant, smug corporate champion. He'd get title matches handed to him, he'd have referees in his pocket, and he'd have an entire stable of wrestlers running interference. What makes Authority's pets so effective as heels is the real-world resentment they tap into. Everyone has experienced or witnessed workplace favoritism, people getting promoted not because they earned it, but because they knew the right people. Authority's pets embody that frustration. But here's the thing about being the Authority's pet. You have to do what you're told. You're powerful, but you're not in control. Some heels crave something more. They don't want to serve power. They want to be the power. And when that happens, they transition to the next level. The cult leader doesn't need corporate backing because they've built their own power structure. These are the heels who've convinced a group of followers that they're visionaries and saviors. They don't see themselves as villains. In their minds, they're absolutely right, and everyone else is too blind to understand. Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family represented this level at its most unsettling. He'd sit in his rocking chair, wearing his fedora, speaking in riddles and metaphors that somehow made sense. Then Luke Harper and Eric Rowan would do his bidding, attacking whoever Wyatt designated as his next target. The brilliance of Wyatt's character was that he never thought he was the bad guy. He thought he was liberating people. CM Punk's Straight Edge Society took this concept in a different direction. Punk positioned himself as morally superior, a man who didn't drink, didn't smoke, didn't do drugs, and looked down on everyone who indulged in these vices. He wasn't screaming like a cartoon villain. He was calm, measured, and genuinely believed he was helping people by forcing his lifestyle upon them. The self-righteousness made him unbearable in the best possible way. The Ministry of Darkness took the cult leader archetype to its most theatrical extreme. The Undertaker transformed into a dark priest leading a literal cult. Undertaker would abduct wrestlers, torture them psychologically, and declare himself the most powerful force in WWE through supernatural intimidation. Cult leaders are dangerous because they're not alone, and they're not motivated by simple greed or ego. They have a mission, a philosophy, and people willing to die for their cause. Beating them doesn't end the threat because the ideology lives on through their followers. But some heels don't bother with philosophies or followers. They don't need to convince anyone of anything. They're just monsters who destroy everything in their path. The monster heel is the nightmare come to life. These are the heels who don't cut elaborate promos.
Okay.
They're just forces of destruction. They squash jobbers in under a minute, they no-sell offense, and they create an atmosphere of genuine fear when their music hits. Kane in 2003 was the monster heel at his most unhinged. After removing his mask, Kane transformed into a psychotic destroyer with nothing to lose. He'd attack people backstage, he'd
This man was setting people on fire, electrocuting people's balls. Buried his own brother alive. Goddamn, bro. Kane was on some other shit. Not to mention May 19th.
electrocute opponents, and Monday Night Raw felt like a legit horror movie. He wasn't trying to win championships or gain power. He was just inflicting pain because that's what monsters do. Umaga was the Samoan bulldozer who felt legitimately scary during his run. But like all monster heels, his downfall came when John Cena outsmarted him by using Umaga's aggression against him. Heel Batista embraced the monster heel role when he turned on Rey Mysterio in 2009. Prime Great Khali represented the most basic version of this level.
Get the Great Khali the fuck out of here. That's a level 1. Khali is a level 1. Get this nigga up out of here. No way you saying Khali is a level 5. Fuck out of here.
At 7'3" and over 400 pounds, Khali didn't need to do much. He'd stand in the ring, chop people in the head with hands the size of frying pans, and apply the vice grip that made opponents pass out immediately. The sight of Khali entering the ring made smaller wrestlers look genuinely afraid, and his size alone generated the heat needed to make him a credible threat. Monster heels are spectacular for short-term dominance, but they have an expiration date. Eventually, a smart babyface figures out their weakness and outmaneuvers them. The monster gets outsmarted, pinned, and suddenly they're not so scary anymore. But what if a heel used their brains over their brawn and knew every shortcut in the book? The master manipulator is the heel who proves that intelligence is more dangerous than strength. These are the villains who use psychology over power, who break every rule in the book and somehow always stay one step ahead. Edge in 2006 was the ultimate opportunist, and he lived up to that nickname ruthlessly. After cashing in the first ever Money in the Bank contract on a vulnerable John Cena, Edge established himself as the heel who would do absolutely anything to win. He'd mock his opponents, exploit their weaknesses, hide behind Lita, and always find a way to escape with his title. He was a coward, but he was a brilliant coward who understood that winning ugly still counts.
One of the smartest heels. One of the most annoying yet most smartest calculated heels of all time. I'm not gonna lie. If there was a heel that was outside of Randy, that was written perfectly in the Ruthless Aggression era, it would have to be Edge. Hands down. The shit they was doing with Edge was top tier cinema, bro. This man would, when you least expect it, next thing you know, you think you know me. This nigga come out of nowhere. You be like, no, John Cena. No, get up! John Cena, get up, please! Batista, get up! Undertaker, get up! No! This nigga Edge, bruh, every fucking time, bruh. Edge. I hated this nigga, bruh. I legitimately hated this nigga, bruh.
You think you know me?
Used to hate this nigga, man.
As winning. Christian Cage in AEW perfected this role in his later career. Captain Charisma spent years as the underdog babyface before finally embracing his dark side and becoming one of wrestling's most despicable heels. Dominic Mysterio currently operates at this level, and he's evolved into one of WWE's most heat-generating heels.
Nah, I'll say he fall more into the I would say he would fall more into like that level 4 that you was talking about. Well, no. I mean level 3. Level 3. He fall into like level 3.
Dirty Dom doesn't win through power. He wins through cunning, cowardice, and numbers advantage, and the crowd desperately wants to see him get destroyed. Master manipulators are infuriating because they almost never face consequences. They always have an escape route, always have a plan B, and they're smart enough to avoid the beatdowns they deserve. But master manipulators, for all their cunning, still have limitations.
What about Roman? Where's Roman at? Roman should be here. Roman is the prime example of this. Roman's 4-year run is the prime example of this level.
They can be outpowered. They can be caught. There's a level above them, heels who don't need to manipulate because they're dominant enough to win clean and still make you hate them for it. The Tyrant is the final boss of regular...
Hold up. No, you did not make a 6.5. Ain't no level 6.5. Hit this with the dislike already, bruh. Hit this with the dislike, bruh. You can't do that. You can't do that, bruh. I'm sorry, but you can't do that, bruh. You can't do that, bruh. You can't do that. I'm sorry, but you can't do that.
You can't fool a real nigga. You can fool them. You can fool the people that are not paying attention.
Hey, dog. I hate to be the one to break it to you.
Very bad news.
Get this shit the fuck out of here and get you the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck up out of here with that bullshit. Get off the motherfucking mic.
Oh my God, I can't believe this. Yo, I can't believe this. Yo, I cannot believe this. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Yo, I can't believe.
Nah, bruh. Nah.
Fuck no baby. Fuck no baby. Fuck no baby.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
WWE villains. These are the heels who aren't just dominant. They're inevitable. They don't hide behind the authority. They don't need to cheat constantly. They're legitimately good enough to win clean most of the time, and that's what makes them so hateable. They hold championships for extended periods. They beat everyone put in front of them, and their reign feels endless and oppressive. Roman Reigns as the tribal chief represented this level at its absolute peak. Every challenger would get built up, fans would hope this was finally the one to dethrone him, and then Roman would beat them and move to the next victim. Cody Rhodes finally ending his reign at WrestleMania felt huge precisely because Roman had been so dominant for so long. Triple H's reign of terror from 2002 to 2005 was tyranny in its most literal form. The game held the World Heavyweight Championship for the majority of this period, beating every babyface WWE put in front of him. He'd defeat Booker T, Rob Van Dam, Goldberg, Shawn Michaels.
You ain't got to remind us of that, brother. You ain't got to remind us of Triple K. You ain't had to remind us of Triple K doing that, sir. You ain't had to do that. You ain't had to remind us of that, bro.
And then cut promos about how he was that damn good. Fans grew to resent not just the character, but the booking itself. Every Raw seemed to revolve around Triple H and whatever title defense he had scheduled. Brock Lesnar from 2014 to 2020 was the tyrant as absentee landlord. The Beast incarnate would show up sporadically, destroy whoever was put in front of him, and disappear for months while holding the championship hostage. Lesnar ended The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak, conquered John Cena in a one-sided destruction at SummerSlam, and made every challenger look like they were fighting a final boss from a video game. The combination of his UFC background and his booking made him feel like a different tier of wrestler. What separates tyrants from other heels is their dominance. The championship reign stretches on, the victories pile up, and fans grow increasingly desperate to see them finally lose. When the tyrant's reign eventually ends, the babyface who dethrones them instantly becomes a made star. But even tyrants, for all their dominance, usually have some moral code or limit. They might be cruel, but they're not completely inhuman. They have goals beyond simple destruction. However, there's one final level. Heels so evil, so remorseless, so willing to cross every line that they transcend being mere villains. Pure evil is reserved for the rarest of heels. These are the villains who will hurt anyone, destroy anything, and cross every moral boundary without hesitation or remorse. These heels generate heat that goes beyond wrestling. They make you genuinely uncomfortable, and that's the point. Randy Orton in 2009 was pure evil personified. The Viper didn't just attack opponents, he terrorized their families. He kissed Stephanie McMahon while Triple H watched helplessly. He punted Vince McMahon in the head. He destroyed Shane McMahon, and the Viper made you genuinely uncomfortable. Other heels stop at certain boundaries, but the pure evil doesn't have those limits. Vince McMahon himself operated at this level throughout his career as the evil boss. Mr. McMahon didn't just book himself to win, he humiliated people for his own amusement. He'd screw Stone Cold out of championships, align with whatever heel would help him torture Austin, and show zero remorse for any of it. This Vince Austin saga gave us some of the best moments in WWE history. And speaking of moments, check out this video next about the most...
Alrighty, man. Let's just go about doing for this one. Most definitely, man. If we had to say a level 7, Randy, 09 Randy, and Vince McMahon. 09 Randy and Vince McMahon, hands down, two of the most evil, diabolical heels of all time. The shit that Orton was doing, this man tried to blow up John Cena. That man tried to blow up John Cena. Ain't no way, bro. He tried to blow him up. I'll never forget that. He tried to blow him up, tried to run him over. The shit he did to Vince and Stephanie and Shane. Good times, bro. That's when Randy was him. But anyway, so that just go about do it for this one, man. I will see you all in the next video. Till then, peace out.